Have you ever wondered how much faster you can get in running over 6 months as a beginner? Well, 6 months ago, I ran my first 5K in 23:10. I had run 4 or maybe 8 weeks prior to that, not really consistently or anything. Now, 6 months later, I have trained consistently. I have run my first marathon. I am registered tomorrow for a 4-mile race, which I'll give an earnest 5K effort. Now, the caveat is that I'm scheduled for a 20-mile long run tomorrow. So I'm going to be doing this effort in the middle of that 20 miles. I think this is going to be a fun little challenge. Let's see how it goes. Yo, good morning. A quick little video before I head out. I've had a couple gels this morning because I woke up a bit late. So I just needed some fast sugars. I had a banana as well. I had a cup of tea and a little bit of hydration water. And the conditions are looking pretty good today. It's going to be around 3 to 4 Celsius. So the plan is 8 miles easy, 4 miles at pace, and then 8 miles easy again. The only factors today are that hopefully I don't go out too hot, and that ruins the rest of my run. So I'm going to try to keep my heart rate in check. Don't want to ruin the rest of the run. I've got a tickle in my throat. Everybody's been sick at school, so hopefully I didn't catch that. But yeah, it should be a fun time. I've got 4 gels in my pocket. I'm ready and I'm excited. So let's do this. All right, I just got back from my long run, 20 miles down, 8 miles before, 4 miles fast, and 8 miles easy after. I'm just having some recovery. So I have a Gatorade here, which is giving me 60 grams of carbs or so. And I'm having an oats overnight. It's got 20 grams of protein and I don't know, like 30 grams of carbs. Some of it slow carbs being at oats. So I just mix it like a protein shake and after long runs, it's like a good recovery. It's what I need, so it happens to work. So set off around 6:30. I picked up my bib and the excitement started getting to me. I was like, oh wow, I'm actually running a race today. I hadn't really considered that. At 7 o'clock at the top of the park, I meet Barb and I'm about 3 miles in my run already. Me and Barb run the park a lap and a half or so for another 5 miles. So I complete the first part of my run, 8 miles at 9 minutes and 11 seconds. I was cruising, 8 miles done and dusted. I had maybe a gel during that time. Got into the start corrals. I think the results say there's like 4,500 people running this race. And the goal was to run faster than I did my 5K, which I did exactly 6 months ago. I told myself, look, I got 8 more miles after this. I'm not gonna go out too hot. I'm not gonna ruin the rest of my run. So I went off at a very reasonable pace. I think my first mile was at 7:35. That said, the first mile had a bit of a hill. It's funny, in these races, everybody usually goes out way too hot. So a lot of people were passing me, but mile 2 came and then I started picking up the pace a little, or at least just sustaining the pace that I was going at. I was really just focused on not blowing up at this point. I did the second mile, I think at 7 minutes and 10, which was good on pace. I was still feeling good at this point. And then there's like a big downhill section, which gave me an easy third mile. I think I ran in 7 flat. And at that point, I knew I had my 5K PR locked up and I had done what I had set out to do. And it goes to show, 6 months of training, I could run 8 miles beforehand, beat my 5K PR, and then hopefully run another 8 miles afterwards. There was still like 1 mile, half a mile left or so in the race, and I just kind of dialed it back and conserved a bit of energy, knowing that I had to run some more afterwards. I finished the race in 29:44, I think was my official time. Happy with it. I had a good time. There were a bunch of PPTC teammates afterwards, which was cool to see. Isabella was volunteering and I got to see her during the race, which was cool. Yeah, it was a great time. Races are always fun, and I'm just happy that it worked out well. Now on to the third part of this run, the final 8 miles. I ended up being invited to run with a few teammates. 8 miles easy, averaged just under 10-minute mile. Super easy pace, casual, conversational. Yeah, had a good time. Definitely felt like I had more in my legs. This was a big confidence booster. Coming into this run, I was unsure if I was going to accomplish any of what I was going to set out, but feeling really good, really happy about this run and where I'm at in this marathon training block. I guess to wrap up this video, how much faster can you get in 6 months? Hopefully, I've shown in this video significantly faster. I ran 20 miles today with a 5K PR in the middle, faster than I did 6 months ago. If I had just purely run a 5K, I think close to the 20-minute mark. We'll have to see about that when the time comes. But the takeaway is that I think you can run significantly faster, if not significantly further, depending on your goals in 6 months of structured training. And just to finish the video, I'm going to talk a little bit about what's coming up for me. I have 6 weeks until my marathon, so I got 2 or 3 weeks left of big training weeks up ahead, which is exciting. Next week, I'm going to try for another hour 40 half marathon. The following week, I'm going to do a 22-mile run, I believe. And then the following week is the New York City half marathon, which I don't have a bib for, but I might run along some parts just to get some footage and get the vibes, basically. Aside from that, YouTube's been going pretty well. Isabella and I are working on a project currently, and hopefully we can launch that in a month or so from now, so stay tuned. But yeah, training is progressing well for the 3:30 marathon attempt. It's gonna be a close one. I think the last few miles are really gonna be tough. I don't seem to have any problem maintaining marathon pace, which is 8-minute miles right now, but it's gonna come down to the last few miles. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you did, give it a like, subscribe if you want, leave a comment down below if you got any questions. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Now